Hey, it's Orla here from A Touch of Sparkle with another nail art video. This is going to be another basic design. We're going to do a basic snowflake, just to get you ready for the winter season, and it'll be great on your nails and very easy to do. So we're going to start off with the nail polishes I used. I done 2 coats of e.l.f. Dark navy. It's got a gorgeous sparkle to it, if you can see it there. And then I just went over it a little bit with Essence Choose Me, which again has another gorgeous sparkle. So you can see the 2 of them there. Just gives a lovely sparkle and shimmer to the nail. And the glitter from the e.l.f. nail polishes shows through as well, so you get the shimmer and the glitter, and just gives a great effect to the nail, and it's very luxurious looking. So we're going to start off with the paints. Again, folk art paints. Just using white paint again, and we're only going to be using one brush this time, which is the long detailing brush. Yeah. So we'll get started now. So just load your brush. Now you don't want too much paint because you want the lines to be fairly thin. So start off with a big snowflake here in the corner. So the snowflake is very easy to do. You start off with 2 lines roughly around the same size, crossing over each other like that, and you're going to do another 2 lines crossing over each other but smaller. So that's the beginning of the snowflake. Just going to even one of them out here. There we go. So we're going to do another smaller one here. So again, starting with the 2 bigger lines. And now the 2 smaller lines. So to do the small lines, you're just using the very tip of the brush, because the harder you press down, the bigger the line, or the thicker the line is going to be, which is not what we want. We want just nice thin long lines. Yeah, and I'm going to do just another small one here. You're not going to add any detail to that tiny one. That one will just be left the way it is. Same with this one here. So I'm just running them down the nail and getting smaller as I go, until you can't do anything smaller. So now we're going to go back and add detail to the 2 bigger ones. So just wash your brush to get all the dried paint off, because you don't want the paint to dry in there. So you want to get it off before it does. Removing any water from your brush, just leaving a little bit damp so you can pick up the paint. So there's what your brush should look like, and now we're going to go in. So you can see, and just putting that detail in by just pressing down on the brush very lightly. Now I'm going to give them a couple of seconds to dry. I'm going to wash my brush out again. Now onto the slightly smaller one, doing the same thing. Now you can see one of the white ones down here is not very white, so I'm just going back over that while I wait for the others to dry. So now back to the big one. So just adding flakes going down the line in the same direction as what we put on the very, very tip. Nice, we'll give that a couple of seconds dry, then we'll go into the slightly smaller lines. So wash my brush again, and back to the slightly smaller one. So you can't put as much detail on this one because it is smaller, and you don't want it just to look like just a white mess. So just a couple of little lines just to show that it is a snowflake. And then back into the white paint, and we're going to finish off this one here. Now, just going to put some white paint on the very, very tip. I'm just going to dot it down. Just to add some smaller snow falling in the background. So they don't all have to be the same size. So just going around the nail ever so slightly. And then on the next nail, if you're doing another nail beside that, you could do the snow coming down this direction. So the snow matches up with each other and all the different snowflakes. So you could do it the full hand, just on the tip if you wanted, or cover the whole nail. But I just like to do a little bit, to leave a little bit there just so you can see the sparkle in the background, because it is a very gorgeous colour and makes it feel extremely Christmassy. So I'm just going to top coat. So again, loads of nail varnish on the brush, because we don't want to drag any of the paint that we just put on. And you can see the white pops and all the sparkle really comes out when the top coat is on. So there is another very simple basic design that anyone can do. It'll take a little bit of practice to get the lines small enough. You can get them even smaller than I've done them by using a smaller detailing brush. You could also use a cocktail stick. Use the point of that to put the paint on, and you use it kind of like a pen. You could use a dotting tool to paint it on as well. I just prefer the look of the brush because it makes it look more realistic, because they're not perfectly straight. So if you have any requests or any questions, please leave them below, or you can email me at touchofsparkle1@gmail.com, or find me on either my Facebook page. I'll leave the links down below. Please send your requests, click the thumbs up, and if you like it, share it with all your friends and ask them to have a look. They might enjoy it too. So it's Orla here from the Touch of Sparkle.